Bartholomew Barty, Buttercup the Sixth, but everyone just called him Barty, was a pug with a face like a squished velvet cushion and a snore that could rival a freight train. Barty believed he was a master of disguise, his go-to outfit being a very convincing footstool. Barty's disguise attempts were enthusiastic but rarely fooled anyone. His technique involved finding a footstool that was vaguely his color, a sort of beige-y, slightly dusty hue, and then lying very, very still on it. The key flaw in his plan was his inability to stay still. His tail would thump excitedly whenever someone entered the room, and his booming snores often gave away his secret location. One sunny afternoon, Lily and Tom, his human kids, were playing a game of Find the Hidden Treasure, which was usually a slightly chewed-up toy. Barty, eager to participate, decided to employ his master disguise. He spotted the living room footstool, a rather lumpy, beige ottoman, and settled onto it with a determined wiggle. Lily and Tom searched high and low, peeking behind curtains and under tables. "Where's the treasure?" Lily giggled. Suddenly, a loud, rumbling snore emanated from the footstool. Tom pointed. "I think the footstool is sleeping." Lily cautiously approached the ottoman. Upon closer inspection, she noticed a pair of bulging, slightly crossed eyes peeking out from the beige fabric. "Barty, you're not a footstool," she exclaimed, dissolving into laughter. Barty, his cover blown, literally, by his own snoring, wagged his curly tail so hard his whole body shook. He might not have been a master of disguise, but he was definitely a master of the unexpected nap. Barty had very strong opinions about food. His favorites included anything that smelled remotely like human snacks, especially cheese and peanut butter. What he vehemently disliked was anything green and remotely healthy. This included peas, beans, and especially carrots, which he treated with the suspicion one might reserve for a tiny, orange alien. One dinner time, Mrs. Higgins, Barty's human mom, tried to sneak a few diced carrots into Barty's kibble, hoping he wouldn't notice. Barty, whose nose could detect a rogue carrot from across the room, knew instantly. His reaction was nothing short of a dramatic rebellion. He sniffed his bowl, his wrinkled face contorting in disgust. Then, with a series of exaggerated snorts and determined head flicks, he proceeded to flick the offending carrot pieces out of his bowl, sending them scattering across the kitchen floor like tiny orange projectiles. Lily and Tom watched, trying to suppress their laughter. Mrs. Higgins sighed. "He has the palate of a very stubborn king," she muttered. Barty, having successfully purged his dinner of the vegetable invaders, then proceeded to eat his kibble, carefully avoiding the banished carrots, as if they were still trying to stage a hostile takeover of his taste buds. He was a true gourmet food critic, albeit one with a hilariously limited and vehemently anti-vegetable menu. One sunny afternoon, the doorbell rang. It was the delivery driver with a bright red balloon attached to a small package for Lily's birthday. Mrs. Higgins opened the door, signed for the package, and placed it on the floor, the balloon bobbing cheerfully nearby. Barty, always eager to be part of the action, decided he needed to help with the delivery, even after the delivery was complete. He nudged the balloon with his nose, sniffed its rubbery scent, and then, in a burst of helpful enthusiasm, gently took the string in his mouth. He then proceeded to trot proudly out the front door, the bright red balloon floating merrily above him like a tiny, bouncy parade float. He marched down the sidewalk, his short legs pumping, his squished face beaming with a sense of important purpose. He reached Mrs. Gable's house, their neighbor who loved balloons, and with a happy little snort, dropped the balloon string on her doorstep, then nudged the doorbell with his nose, which, due to his flat face, was more of a gentle headbutt. Mrs. Gable opened the door to find a small, beige dog standing proudly on her porch, having just delivered a bright red balloon. She stared at Barty, then at the balloon, a look of utter surprise on her face. Just then, Mrs. Higgins came hurrying down the street, calling Barty's name and waving apologetically. Explanations were made, giggles were exchanged, and the balloon was eventually retrieved. Barty, however, remained convinced he had performed a valuable public service, delivering joy in the form of a red sphere to a neighbor. He trotted back home, his little trumpet snore echoing with pride, ready for his next big, and probably slightly chaotic, act of helpfulness. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.